This $30 SSD turned my 10-year-old Dell desktop into a quite fast, mean machine. I really got bogged down in all the terminology and hype, so I wasted a whole lot of time doing my install. Don't do that. To save you from making the same mistakes I did, I boil it down to 4 easy steps. Number 1. Be sure the disk you buy will hold everything on your old HDD and then some. If you want to save some money, then erase a bunch of that culminated stuff you're never going to use anyway. Number 2. Buy yourself the least expensive mounting kit that still comes with the extra plugs. You might need them. I did, and it only cost a couple of dollars more. Number 3. Get you some software that will clone your old HDD disk to your new SSD disk. Cloning software does not come with this disk. I found plenty of them out there. I used Aomi and it worked good. Number 4. After you start it back up, you'll see you now have a C drive and a D drive, and the files in them should be the same. Next, I flat out wasted about 4 hours trying to figure out how to get the computer to boot up on the new D drive. I watched videos, read articles, performed experiments, did me some programming, and nothing worked. I was about to bash it with a hammer and take the whole dang thing and throw it in the trash. Then I said to myself, don't do that! Then I said to myself, just shut it off, pull your side panel back and unplug the old HDD disk and replace it with the new SSD. It's going to boot up on that new SSD disk every time, because it don't have no choice. You probably won't ever use that old HDD disk again anyway. If you do need the old one, then just plug it back in as the D drive. This new disk thrills me because it's now the C disk, and it's going to thrill you cause it's going to be so much faster and silent. That's how this old man did it. I hope it works great for you and takes you a lot less time. I bought it when it was a deal of the day for $30 plus. I have been tracking 120+ GB SSDs for a number of months, and the other well-reviewed one was the Silicon Tower for around the same price. Since PNY seems the better brand and has a lot of good reviews, I decided to buy this one instead. I was not disappointed. It replaced a 5,400 revolutions per minute hard disk, which was so slow and made a lot of noise. It came with a licensed copy of Acronic cloning software. Acronic is no big deal compared even to some of the free cloning software out there, EaseUS or Macrium, which have more user-friendly interfaces. In Acronic you have to look around the options to find what you want. For example, I wanted to look for initializing the SSD in either MBR or GPT. I had to look around for the option. I suggest you familiarize yourself a little with the software first before you start the actual cloning process. I made sure I cleaned and backed up whatever I don't need cloned on my old hard disk and reduced the size down to around 60+ GB before I started the cloning process. From initializing the SSD to full cloning took around 20 minutes. After that I swapped out the old drive with the newly cloned SSD. Turned on the laptop and it worked seamlessly. My laptop BIOS was already set to SE, which is more efficient and faster for SSDs. Boot time from the spinning dots, when Windows 10 is loading, to my login screen took about 10 seconds. Click link in description for more reviews.